Hey guys, this is part two of my Christmas haul. This one focusing in on video games and video game related stuff. There's a little bit of that in this one. So, to start out with this, this is a game that is on the Wii U, obviously, from you can tell from just looking at it. Everybody can play it. It's an e-game. I like the fact that on the Wii U you don't have to worry about nudity or harsh language or anything like that. For the most part, they have a few games that are a little bit more uh, teen oriented or even a mature game here and there. But for the most part, most people can play the Wii U games. And Splatoon is a great one. I'll tell you, for a shooter game, this is a shooter game in the multiplayer and also single player modes. It's a blast. Essentially, you're shooting paint guns or using various types of weapons or tools even to discharge paint. And in the multiplayer game, the object is to color more of the battlefield your color than your opponents have done. And that's one of the modes. They've added some other modes. Love this game because it allows you to download stuff for free, which is nice. They have all sorts of updated maps that they've added, new weapons, and also new game modes. All these at no charge. Splatoon is just a great, great game for the Wii U. I'll show you the back. Good night, some idea. Oh, you have a male character and a female character, and you can accessorize them however you want, different colored costumes and so on and so forth. But essentially, there's just a male and a female. And then there's a squid. What happens is, so if you look in the bottom right corner here, if my color is green, for instance, then my character, whether it's male or female, you can see them both there, can transform into a squid and kind of go under the paint, swim in the paint, if you will, and is for the most part, you can't see the person, how fast they're traveling and so on. Now, if they hit a spot where there isn't their paint, you'll be able to see them. So now, also, when they're under the paint, they can't do anything. Well, typically they can't do anything unless they get a special power-up. But most of the time, you can't see them, nor can they fire at you, nor can they spread any more paint. So it's a good way to get around and sneak behind somebody, perhaps, and blast them. Because in addition to the object of coloring the area with more of your paint, if you kill the opponent and send them back to their base, which is what happens when you kill them, whatever you want to call it, shoot them with enough paint where they have to go back to the beginning to get cleaned up, let's say, then you can win that way too. So there's a strategy of painting the floors and the walls and every object you can see, and as well as getting rid of the other players. Really cool. The single player mode is really cool and allows you to practice your skills. And there's some definite challenges in the single player mode that don't exist in the multiplayer mode. So Splatoon, really great game for the Nintendo Wii. I think it should be a system seller. I don't know if it is, but it should be. Now, for the longest time with the Wii U, they've had these amiibos for Splatoon, which you could not find. And I just found the 3-pack, which is really the one to get. These amiibos are kind of cool. I paid $20-some for this. You can see the little tank is on the blue character there, the blue boy. That's the tank that holds the paint. And you can see over here, you've got the girl, and she's carrying like an orangey tank of paint. That paint can run low. The only way to replenish it is to kind of go into the squid mode and duck down under the paint and suck up some more paint into your respective tanks. And there's a squid. These are really well done, these amiibos. The package doesn't do them justice. And if you take them out of the package, which I have already through the bottom here, I just put them back in the case for now, but I already took them out through the bottom. You can put them on your controller and in a certain spot on the Wii controller and access, in the girl's case, it's 15 more levels, which gives you all sorts of points where you can buy upgraded weapons and so on. And same thing with the other two. They add additional stuff. So Splatoon is a really fun game. Really glad I have it. Really glad I picked up these. These look just nice on a shelf, too. I've got some others on a shelf, like Mario and I've got Mickey in his Fantasia, Sorcerer's Apprentice outfit, things like that, as well as Marvel characters. I think I've got almost all the Marvel characters, the Infinity characters, which are sort of like amiibos, not quite. And they look really great on a shelf, especially for the price. When you think about what a well done Marvel character, the Marvel characters can be, yay high. The Hulk in particular, it's a good deal. So anyway, amiibos, Splatoon, that's for the Wii U, and then also for the Wii U for Christmas, I got this one, Xenoblade Chronicles. I was talking to Falagar about this, Sam, and at one point I was thinking about having to pick me up the deluxe, but the deluxe had sold out. And this is good enough. I mean, the deluxe has some interesting things in it, but this is not a game where I buy a deluxe version of it. It's really cool though. So you start out as a regular human-sized character. The world of this is way bigger than, say, Fallout 4 or really any of the big games. It's bigger than GTA 5, bigger than a lot of them. It encompasses 5 continents on a planet. And each continent has a ton of area to explore. So this is a big, 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 big game. I've been to 2 continents right now. Yeah. And I've only touched the surface on 1, and it feels like I've played this game forever. And they say 300 hours worth of gameplay. So if that is of an interest. So you start out little walking around. You can also go fast travel once you establish some probes, data probes that you put out into the area. But eventually you get this mech unit. Really cool. You can customize it, color it, do what you want with it. And it has a lot more power. I haven't played with the one yet. I haven't gotten that far. You have to get to level 6 to get one of those. I'm at level 4. So I'm getting there. And I put a lot of hours into it already. Here's just some examples of the types of stuff you see in the game. And you see all this and more. Graphically, none of these pictures really capture the beauty of some of the graphics, which is an amazing thing. Sometimes the music will swell and you'll be standing like at the top of a vista looking around, and I'll just do a panoramic 360 view around me with the music playing. It looks very very theatrical, I guess. So that is Xenoblade Chronicles X. Highly recommended for the Wii U. And lastly, for the Wii U is a game I haven't tried yet. My daughter got this from Santa, but I call it part of the haul. This is cool. I just haven't had a chance to do anything with it yet. And that's Super Mario Maker from Nintendo for the Wii U. Actually, the other two were both by Nintendo too, weren't they? Yeah, I think they were. In any event, this allows you to make your own Mario games, and you can use the pen that comes with the tablet and actually move things right on the tablet to where you want them, which is cool. Now, once you make that, you can save it and put it out into an international marketplace. Not that you're selling them, they're all free, but people vote on it, and if people like yours, you can get some amount of notoriety from the level design and so on. Or just design one for yourself and have fun with it. This also has the amiibo. Also can use the amiibo, and I do have a Mario amiibo, so I don't know what that does for this game yet, but it comes with a book that helps you on creation ideas. And you can use Advanced Soup for all the Mario game styles, so you can have stuff in from like the later stuff looking pretty cool. You go very basic with the original Mario stuff. So you can share it. And there's endless courses online that people have created, so you can download those for free. So even if you don't want to make it, you can just go out and explore what other people have made and find something to your liking there. So anyway, that was the last of the Wii U stuff that was part of the haul. Now onto the other thing that was a haul. And this one, it's not going to fit in camera. It might fit in camera. Let's see if it does or not. We got this. The Xbox One. This is a 1 terabyte version. What I liked about this particular 1 terabyte Xbox One is it came with a couple of extra stuff. It came first of all with Tomb Raider and Rise of the Tomb Raider, and these came in the form. Oh, I got it at Best Buy. Actually, Best Buy had the special. I guess Santa got it at Best Buy. My daughter's a big fan of Santa Claus, so I'm making this video here in my room. So I'll make sure I give Santa credit. But I tipped off Santa to the place to get this, and it comes with, like I said, the 2 games. You get well, the definitive edition. I've been playing this a lot. This is mature for the language and violence primarily. Really like it. This is the digital version, so it's always on the Xbox. There's some advantages to that. I prefer actually the hard copy. Put the disc in. Don't ask me why. It takes up less room that way, for one. But I know a friend of mine that I work with, he owns an Xbox One, and he sticks to these entirely. Only does the digital copies, and I guess there's some advantages to that. There's very few things, and I'll show you one that's the exception to the rule, but very few of these come with anything anymore anyway. Your directions are all, online and so on. My friend tipped me off that, when you're asking Santa for one, get the 1 terabyte edition, because you're going to fill up space. We are right now, and I'll show you why with all the games they got for Christmas. We're right now like over, well, not quite 50% full on the terabyte. So 500 gigabyte would not have done the trick. So it came with that. It came with Rise of the Tomb Raider, which is the newer one of the 2, exclusive to the Xbox, I think, if I'm not mistaken. At least for now. A lot of these games eventually. I believe this one's. And I love the Tomb Raider games. I really do. I love the adventure, action style, survival stuff. Yeah, really good. This includes some sort of tactical survivor kit content pack. Both of these are. I believe this is multiplayer. I know the first one is. I believe both are. The other thing that the Best Buy deal came with was an extra controller, which is like a $40 value, and a special deal on Xbox Gold 3-month membership. Normally $24.99. I believe it was like $10. So you got like half price off that. Pretty good deal. So haven't implemented this yet. Haven't done the scratch off deal here on the back yet, where you can scratch the stuff. So I'll do that eventually. We still have a gold membership that's good for another month or 2, I think. So that's the Xbox One. It was the Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, an extra controller, and a deal on the gold membership and the terabyte version for $349. So really, really like it. There's a picture of the Tomb Raider, so you know you're getting the Tomb Raider edition, and this really is the one to get, the Rise of the Tomb Raider edition. I thought there was a lot of versions out there, but when I compared them and sent that off to Santa, the links, I thought I did good there. Okay, next, for my son Aaron, he is a big sports fan. And so what he got was Madden 16. And why not? Madden's a great franchise. I've played a few games with him. He's good at Madden. I managed to beat him on my last drive with 1.5 minutes left, playing the Vikings against the Steelers. He wanted to take the Patriots. I told him it was too one-sided. I should let him take the Patriots. I mean, if you're good at the game, I guess it doesn't matter who you take. And I've seen that online. Some people can, beat you with anybody. But I really like the Madden game. It's a lot of fun. And I recommend Madden. It's typical stuff. Online games are plentiful. The other thing he got was NBA 2K16. Another great game. Spike Lee joint. Yeah, Spike Lee talks to you in this. You can do it in either one of the games. Both are by EA Sports, but I'm sorry, this is by 2K, not EA. In the 2K is the one to get. EA does one too, but I think 2K is the better. In this one, you can become, and you can do the same thing in this game, but you become a rookie. You start out in high school, and you play like I think 3 or 4 games in high school. Then you're picked up by a college team, assuming you're pretty good, and then you play a few games in college. They're truncated games, and then you make it to the NBA, where you probably sit the bench, even though you might have been really good in college, and you get your play time. As you get your play time, you can either wait till you get in, or you can just simulate to the next time you go in, which makes for a faster career mode. And then eventually you'll be starting. It might take a year or so, but you'll be starting. And as people retire and get traded and so on and so forth. Anyway, or you can just play. I like these games because I have it for the Wii U also. I have NBA 2K13 for the Wii U. I like the legendary teams. I like to go back and play teams from the 70s and 80s. Since those are ones I remember. But I don't watch the NBA too much anymore. My boys do, so I get sucked in a little bit. So for Danny, he is a big fan of FIFA Soccer. So he got FIFA Soccer, and the one game that he wanted more than anything else, he plays to death, is Star Wars Battlefront, and Santa got him the deluxe edition, which has Han Solo's blaster in it to start, and some other cool things, including some sort of a battle for something or other. Let me see, battle for what? The Battle of Jakku. Jakku is featured, of course, in the new Force Awakens movie. I haven't watched it yet. I'm watching it today. I'm going today. Another hour or so. So I'm going to finish this video, take a shower, then get ready to go to see the latest Star Wars. But in any event, he wanted these 2 games in particular, so that's what he got. And played both. Both are really good. I'm not that good at FIFA, but I have a basic understanding. I played the NBA 2K and I mentioned the Madden. I played both of those 2. My timing was off in NBA 2K, so I was lousy there. And I played this one. I played the solo mode on this, the training mode basically. I wanted to pilot an X-wing, and I did pretty good against the stormtroopers. Yeah. So there's those 2 for Danny. And then Joshua is a big fan of the Call of Duty franchise. So he got Call of Duty Black Ops 3. And he also likes these types of games. So Far Cry 4. I have not tried this one. I have tried this. I'm not good at this. And I like the single-player modes on these better than I do the multiplayer modes. I think this has a single-player mode. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it does. Yes, it does. As well as a co-op mode in the offline stuff. So I probably would like that better. That's why I would like something like this. I don't think this has an online mode. Let me see if it does. I'm wrong. It does. That's what he'll like. They go straight to the online mode on these things. Same with Battlefront. They don't even bother with the single stuff. He loves it. I'm not good at it. What I don't like is people run on walls and. Sorry for my allergy today. Really nasty. So I'm not a big fan of the first-person shooter when it comes to the fast pace, running on walls and jumping all around. It just seems pretty unrealistic to me. But it is a video game, so I'll understand that. Far Cry is something I tried Far Cry 2, I believe it was, and liked that quite a bit, so I'll look forward to Far Cry 4. The cover doesn't do much for me, but usually the graphics in Far Cry are really good. I've also been liking Just Cause 3. I don't own it, but I like the look of that one. And then a couple other games that Aaron got this one. Gold Edition. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. He's a big fan of Assassin's Creed. This one comes with the this is the Gold Edition. It includes the game plus the season pass. This is normally pretty expensive, but it was on sale for like $50. It's only $80. You get you can do the you can see all the stuff you get here, but what it gives you is a Jack the Ripper campaign, among others, exclusive outfits and so on and so forth. So I thought it was a good deal for that. My daughter actually got one, and that is the Rare Replay. 30 hit games, all from Rare on one epic collection. So you get some of the cutier ones down here, cuter ones down here. And you get some also more advanced ones too. It's E through M, so it's quite a variety of games on here. Killer Instincts on here as well as other games. So a little bit of everything. And then lastly, and this one comes with all sorts of shit, more so than anything else I've seen. That is Witcher 3. We didn't get Fallout 4, although that may be something that we have in the future radar. But right now, between Tomb Raider and this game, it's sucking up a lot of my time, and Splatoon for the Wii U. So you know how that goes. You get this many games. Granted, each one of the kids has a different passion, I guess. Like Joshua won't play the sports games for the most part. He's not as into those as Aaron is, or even Danny. Danny into the FIFA mainly. Josh is more into the first-person shooters. But this one, you can almost say, is Santa brought for me in a way, because I like this one quite a bit. Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt. This has got a lot of bonus content on it. Look at the graphics on this thing. Amazing. Witcher's hunt demonic monsters and so on. This one comes with, of course, the main disc. Then it comes with underneath it is the soundtrack disc. And then it's got a crap load of stuff. First of all, you get a little letter saying, you know, here we believe that you're going to get 16 downloadable contents for you to download, totally free of charge, regardless of what platform or edition of the game you own. You see, first of all, we'd like to thank you for your support. We really appreciate you have decided to spend your hard-earned money on our game and hope that you will have a fun time playing it. Over 200 of us have spent the last 3 years working on a Witcher 3 Wild Hunt, and it is with great pleasure and humility that we present our game. I love this. CD Projekt Red. CD Projekt Red, we believe that when you buy our games, you're entitled to continuous free support, updates, patches, and bits of new and amazing content. We owe you that for believing in us and purchasing our game. Okay, that is just amazing. You don't see that very often, so I salute CD Projekt Red here for doing something like that, including a thoughtful thing. They also included a couple stickers, Witcher stickers. These are reminiscent of the pendant that all the Witchers seem to wear in this, that I've seen anyway. So that's cool. There's a Witcher Universe Compendium, which is, you know, a little bit of a pamphlet here that has information on various creatures that you'll encounter, as well as friends. Pretty cool. There you go. You play Geralt of Rivia, which is Previous Deeds, in case you didn't play the first two. And you also get the basic game manual, which most games don't include anymore. But this shows you, you know, your basic controls. Here's a screenshot. Gives you some information on what you'll see on the screen. Game interface, what everything does. Kind of a quick Bible, if you will. And then last, but definitely not least, is a very large... I'm going to open it up. It's a map. Give you some idea of the size of the world we're talking about here in Witcher 3. It's big. You don't let this deceive you. It took me a long time to travel from like here to here. So this is not a quick, it might be a day's journey there or something. This is quite a cool map. Pull that back up, if I can figure out how. It's a beautiful map, by the way, also. And I hate maps. Here we go, I got it. What, you know, the thing about a map is once you get the basic how it goes, it's not that hard to figure out what to do with it from there. But it's getting that first crease right It tells you what to do, right? Anyway, so that is The Witcher 3. And, oh, there's a couple other things that I forgot to show you that come with Witcher 3. Let's get this map back in here. I'll slide it back behind this, I guess. It took me a while to get used to the fact that the Xbox puts the discs on the left and the booklets on the right, but now that I'm used to it, it's fine. So with The Witcher, because it looked like quite the game, and I talked to somebody who, in the store, before we got this from Santa, that was telling me how involved it was, and it was a card game and so on. So I bought the deluxe version. Shiny. But the deluxe version of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This is a tome, to say the least. Beautiful book, by the way. And I just sometimes like books like this. I don't usually use them for walkthroughs. Or if I do get stuck, it's nice to have something to turn to. But when I'm not playing the game, I like to just read about some of the characters and remind myself of who they are. This has certainly got a lot of that. Look at all this. I can't read this, but let me see what it says. Name of the quest. Oh, there's all sorts of quests and how much price they're all worth. Yeah. There is a walkthrough of sorts here. But you can just see the information that's available here. Just a ton. And I'm just going to do one of this type of thing here so you can get an idea just how much information is in this book. There's a ton. It reminds me like of a role-playing, well, it's a role-playing game, but it reminds me of like the manual to like a, Dungeons and Dragons or something. It is extensive. I would think any role-playing game fan would love this book and this game. So there's all that. And this also came with this other book, kind of feels like Rise of the Planet of the Apes. That texture, I don't know what the heck that texture is, but it's very soothing to your hand. And you've got this embossed, really tell it's embossed, but trust me, it is. Shape here. Nothing on the back. Just looks really old, doesn't it? The spine doesn't do anything for it other than look really old. And I said this came with that. And this is the Fractured Land Tales of the Northern Realms. What it does is take a lot of the characters and give you some bio and on the creatures and stuff that you come across. Elves, the Elder-Blooded. This tells you about them. Really cool. All about elves there.